I've made restoring the American dream my life's work, because without it, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That is Vernon Parker, who happens to be running for Congress in Arizona. Republicans tapped him for this weekend's GOP weekly address because they see him as one of the party's most promising candidates. But his opponent claims Mr. Vernon is a fringe Tea Party supporter who wants to get rid of the Department of Education in a district full of college students and faculty. Vernon Parker joins us now live. Sir, thanks for your time today.
Hello, thanks for having me this morning.
All right, you know one of the most well-viewed ads out there against you. It does contain a quote where you talk about getting doing away with the Department of Education. Tell us why and how you respond to accusations it would be a terrible fit for your district, which would include college students and faculty.
Well, Shannon, first of all, let me just say this. When I ran in the primary, I was referred to as a liberal to moderate Republican. Now that I'm running in the general, they're referring to me as a Tea Party Republican. Now, here's the thing. I was raised by my grandmother. She could not read, she could not write, but she taught me something very powerful, that you can be whatever you want to be. I attended the school that was depicted in the movie called Freedom Riders. Now, I love education, but the only thing that I have said is this, is that we must put the dollars back into the local communities. We send millions of dollars from the state of Arizona to Washington, D.C. for what? For programs like No Child Left Behind, and we have had millions of children left behind. So my goal was to say that yes, we must fortify education, but we must do it the smart way. Give teachers the ability to teach and give students the right to learn. And that is not the way you do it is not to send all of our resources from the state of Arizona to Washington, D.C. The local people can decide better how to spend those resources.
All right, I want to give you a chance to respond to some other criticism. An ad that comes out from the DCCC, the wing of the Democrats in the House, campaigning against you. In one ad, it says that you would replace Medicare and leave seniors at the whims of insurance companies and also end a guarantee to Social Security payments. Your response?
I have never said that. I have always been very clear to say that we must uphold our commitment to our seniors. It is my opponent who supports the affordable health care bill that says that it would strip $716 billion. I have always said that I would never touch Social Security, nor would I ever touch Medicare. So that is a complete good.
Tell us a little bit about your background, because the GOP has really highlighted you, as we talked about in the intro, as somebody who is a picture of the American dream. You talked a little bit about your background. What makes you the right person to represent Arizona?
Well, first of all, I believe strongly that the American dream has to be fortified. We must make sure that we bring jobs back to America and make sure that we address the pains that the middle class that they are suffering. Now look, I was raised by my grandmother in an area that was replete with drugs, gangs, and violence. The famed rapper Snoop Dogg, he lived right around the corner. But my grandmother, she taught me something powerful, and that was if you work hard, you can be whatever you want to be. And I'll never forget this, Shannon. When I was going to law school, you know what, I could not afford it. And my grandmother at 75 years of age cleaned houses to help get me there. And I am so blessed, and I want to take that same dream and make sure that future generations have the same access that I had. And believe me, I love this country. This country has been great, but we have to make sure that we protect the future. We cannot have a $16 trillion deficit for the future. We cannot have the greatest tax hike in American history. We must work to bring jobs back to America, and we have to do it the right way. But I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, we got to leave it there. We're out of time. Vernon Parker, we will keep an eye on your race.
Visit my website at Vernon Parker. Yes, visit the website, vernonparker.com, and you will see what we stand for, and that is restoring the American dream. God bless you all.
All right. Thank you, sir.